You're listening to Perpetual Traffic with Keith Krantz, Molly Pittman, and Ralph Burns.
All right, welcome back to the Perpetual Traffic Podcast, and we are super excited to have Bree Singer, aka Betty Rocker, back on to tell the rest of her story and to really elaborate and go deep into the strategies that she's using right now to get these amazing results that we talked about in the last episode. Now, pause your player right now. If you haven't listened to the previous episode, you've got to go back to iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you're at listening to this and listen to the previous episode, because we really set the premise and tell the story of Bree's situation. So if you haven't done that, do that now. Okay. Otherwise, what we're going to talk about today is specifically how she used this amazing blog post amplification, how she's able to get literally 9-cent clicks to website, how she's able to get sales coming in every single day, 237, was it 217 or 237 sales, Ralph?
277, I think.
Oh, 277.
277 sales in the last 28 days from her Facebook ads. That's spending like about less than $200 a day on her entire ads. So we're going to talk about how exactly she is able to do that, but not to be getting these sales, but massively building her audience, getting 2,000 fans every single week, and really continuing to view and get her audience to love her even more while selling at the same time. That's what we're always trying to accomplish here. And we're going to tell you how she's doing that and her plan for the next 6 weeks, what she's implementing right now. Super excited about that. So once again, Bree, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
So we got Ralph, Molly, Bree, and Keith here on today again. And first of all, before we get into that, we were just talking before we hit record, you were kind of talking about the frustrations that you had at the beginning of running Facebook ads or about to run Facebook ads. Talk to me a little bit more about that and how we're able to overcome that stuff.
It was almost like I had to learn a new language. Molly made a comment on the last episode about how the platform has changed and how it's become more intuitive. And I remember when she said that, in my mind, I was like, what? It's not intuitive at all.
You're like, no way.
No way.
Sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, but and for someone new to it, because I'd never done any Facebook ads at all before this. So coming into Facebook, I remember the whole setup of it was weird. And like how, it's so weird how there's like the audience insights side, and then there's Power Editor, and there's all these things that there's all these little tricks and stuff that once you learn them once, it's like learning an app. It's like learning anything. Once you've done them a couple of times, it becomes easier and easier. For me, it was a really big learning curve.
It actually reminds me of when I first started to learn how to fly airplanes, and I would listen to the air controllers coming across the radio, and it sounded like a foreign language. It was so frustrating. I didn't think I'd ever to learn how to talk back to them. And then next thing you know, 5 or 6 flights in, it started to turn from a foreign language to more like English. And I feel like you were able to overcome kind of the same thing. At first, it was so frustrating. And Ralph and I struggle with this. How do we relay this message to our students and to our coaching clients? And you did such a good job of just continuing to excel. And I love it. And that's why we love working with you. So tell me, what other